As we mentioned, it is football season just around the corner. The high schools in the state of Indiana kick off tonight, and all across the country, college football begins in a couple of weeks. Fans will want to go out and tailgate as they support their favorite team. And can you think of a better way to do it than in one of these beautiful RVs? This one put together by Evergreen Recreational Vehicles, and the president and COO of Evergreen RV and a former Northside Middle School classmate of mine, Doug Lantz, joins us now. And Doug, football season right around the corner, and your company has been able to strike up a tremendous relationship with Pro Football Hall of Famer and Terry Bradshaw. How'd that come about?
Well, that came about through a relationship with our chairman of the board, Kelly Rose. He's a personal friend of Terry's. And I think through the relationship, Terry found out about our company and what we're doing. He wanted to be with a winning company. He likes to represent companies that are successful. He's been very successful both on and off the field. And the key about this is not just about his football past, it's about the man himself. It's about Terry Bradshaw, the person, the things that he does off the football field as well as when he was on the football field that was appealing to us as a company.
Well, he's certainly involved with a number of charities and a number of different organizations that really try to help people, and I know that that's something that Evergreen has tried to do as well. But let's talk about this unit, because one of the concepts of your company is that you're trying to be a green RV company. Evergreen, of course, brought into that. How do you go about doing that?
Well, it's the way that we build our product. It's the material choices that we make. We don't use traditional materials when we build our RVs. We've replaced a lot of the Luan or wood that's used. That's created a lot of the VOC issues over the years. We've replaced the way that we build it, put it together, and I have some samples on the inside that I can show you how we do that. It's also the practices that we have in the plant, the way that we manufacture, the lean manufacturing processes, our extensive recycling program, the way that we handle energy and energy efficiency in the plant, those types of concepts.
Now, it's a pretty warm day here on the plains of northern Indiana. It's going to get up into the high 80s, and it's going to be a humid day, and somebody with their RV might want to sit outside, but they might want a little bit of shade. How would you provide that with this RV?
Well, check them. I'll show you here. We have an awning on this that comes out. It's an electric awning. I'll open this up here. This is our baggage storage compartment, and I will come in here. I have to latch it real quick here, Chuck, and push this.
Oh, here we go.
This is actually operates off a 12-volt. You don't have to be plugged into electric to work this. Comes out automatically, very little effort. You don't want to sweat on a day like today.
No, you don't.
Oh, that's nice. You got some good shade going on right there, so you'd be able to sit under your awning, and then this serves as a nice little cargo hold, it appears.
Yeah, this is a cargo carrying capacity area where you can put your camping chairs and those types of things. We also have you can see inside here, your laundry basket. There's a laundry chute inside that goes into the laundry basket, so it's not taking up interior space.
Well, wait a minute. If we're going to do laundry, do we have to go down to the stream or something like that in order to do our laundry and do it on a rock?
No, most campgrounds have laundry facilities there. That's no problem.
All right. So now we're outside. We've got a nice little place to put our trash and everything. This
is a recycle bin. If you're going to be a green company, you have to provide the tools for people to recycle. So this is where they would put their cans and bottles inside here.
Well, that's good, because our floor director, Dean Corsmo, needs a place to put his empties. And so let's go inside and check out what's going on in here. And while we do that, Doug, let me ask you, as we take a look at some of the features in here, obviously the RV industry took a huge hit with this recession. I mean, people weren't exactly thinking of spending money on what they might consider a luxury item. How is your industry coming back?
It's coming back very, very well. It's not going to come back as fast as it fell off. I mean, we were down, 2009 was down over 35% in sales from 2008. And I think we've recovered somewhere around 8 to 10% of that so far this year. What's more importantly, though, is the dealers have stocked up their inventory because the inventory's got very low out there on the dealer lots, and they've been recovering and restocking that inventory. The industry is poised right now to get back to the 2008 levels, 2006 levels, somewhere in there over the next couple of years.
Your particular county suffered unemployment almost of 20%. Talk about the recovery that's going on in Elkhart County. I know President Obama has made a couple of visits to the county. They've been a little bit controversial because it's not a heavily Democratic county. But talk about what's going on in Elkhart County and how that county is trying to rebound.
Well, I think one of the things the county did to rebound is they diversified. If you look at some of the other companies that they've gone out and recruited to come in, particularly, if you think about the electric car companies that have come in. So that's one key critical area. We were very heavy in RV manufacturing supply. They have diversified, and I think that's helped. In the RV industry, though, because the dealers have been restocking, shipments are up 60-70% from where they were before last year, which has helped the suppliers and helped to rehire people. Now, we personally, when we started, only had 15 employees, and now we're up to over 100. So, and most of those people that we put back to work were out of work at the time. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in here. You mentioned you've got samples of some of the materials. I think a lot of people who have grown up with the RV industry think of a lot of polymers and things that aren't necessarily what we would think of as green things being used. I'll let you get on the other side here so you can get to your samples.
These samples we've actually soaked in water since March of 2009. We continually keep these in water to show that one of the biggest deterrents, or one of the biggest problems in RVs, is certainly because they're used outside. They're outside all the time in extreme heat sometimes to extreme cold, expansion, contraction. The seams can open up or whatever, and you can get some leak issues. What we've done is eliminated the Luan or the wood substrates into the manufacturing process with green materials that are actually manufactured here in the United States. And the materials that are commonly used would be something they call Luan or plywood. Yeah. This would typically be the substrates used on the floors, roofs, sidewalls. But you can see that it will handle mold. It'll hold mold and mildew, and it'll certainly absorb water and help tear down the RV over time. So we've replaced those materials. Those are made in Indonesia, Malaysia. Those are typically harvested out of rainforests, and we've replaced the materials made here, engineered materials, and made in the United States of America.
Well, and as you take a look around in here, for those of you who may have grown up with your father's Winnebago or some sort of trailer that you attach to the back of the car, this is a completely different world that we're in right now. Talk about some of the features that you have in the interiors of these.
Sure. You can see here we have Corian countertops, which is a nice feature to have. We also have here convection microwave. It cooks faster and allows people to utilize more energy efficiency than maybe a standard microwave. You have your double door refrigerator and freezer right here. Very large. You can handle a lot of storage on the inside of milk and pop and those types of things. You've got your freezer inside. Nice sized pantry. You can see for storage.
And if you're watching on TV right now, you saw a picture of what one of those pantries can look like when it's full, and it's impressive.
Yes, it is. And, everybody likes to eat when you go camping, so you've got to have plenty of storage area. And then you've got your 32-inch TV inside here. And your large, what we call club lounge, which people can relax. It actually has an air mattress sofa inside of it.
And speaking of mattresses, we're going to go back here into what would be your bedroom, which, quite frankly, for those of you who are sending kids off to college, might be bigger than what their dorm room is.
That's right, Chuck. And what's unique about this one here is this is made special for Terry Bradshaw. So he's a big guy, and so we actually have a king-size bed inside here. And consequently, this mattress is actually made from recycled pop bottles.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's an innerspring mattress, but the materials are made from recycled pop bottles. And so inside you also have a TV in here, and you have a large shower that you can have. We call a neo-angle shower with a shower door, not just a curtain or a small tub.
So if you got all the amenities in here, and that's a decent-sized shower to get into, too. Of course, it's going to have to be for, as you mentioned, Terry Bradshaw's a decent-sized guy.
Yes, he is.
Obviously, everybody's a little bit different. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that once they get their RV, they want to kind of talk back to the company and say, well, this works, this doesn't work. And that's one of the things your company has done, too, is kind of set aside a way where people can ask questions or make comments to the company, right?
We have two different ways. Actually, on our website, you can go to what we call suggestions. Those suggestions come directly to me. I review all the suggestions, and we reply back appropriately or implement those. The other way is through our Facebook. We have blogs on a Facebook site, which we try to keep our customers and our users up to date on the events and new products and things that we're coming out with.
Now, I know the question everybody has at home right now. How much is this going to run me?
This is going to run you just shy of $40,000. So about $39,000 for this one here.
And can somebody get financing on that? Because let's face it, most of our Harvest viewers aren't sitting there with $40,000 in cash just sitting there in the book. Although we do have the Craig Smith Money Moment coming up, so if they've been following advice, maybe they do.
Well, I think that's one of the things that has helped the RV industry come back around is the financing has loosened up a little bit out there, and so I'm sure if you go to your local bank or credit union, you'd be able to get financing on this.
Well, it sounds great. The website is evergreenrv.com. And, Doug, congratulations. This is a tremendous concept, and hopefully this is the start of some great things to come for Evergreen.
Well, thank you very much for having us, Chuck. We appreciate it.
That is Doug Lantz. He's the president and COO of Evergreen Recreational Vehicles. Now, if you want more information on Evergreen, the best way to do it is to go to our website at harvest-tv.com. Click on Show Info in the menu bar, and you'll have an easy way to link to Evergreen's website. The Harvest Show continues with more after this.